The restaurant we went to on our anniversary had delicious food. We used to go to the beach every weekend. He bought a new car last week. They have lived in this neighborhood for years. He will be angry if you forget your birthday. What a great achievement. Contains vitamins and minerals. I understand the concept. He doesn't watch horror movies. Turn off your phone when the movie starts. Do you know the girl who won the singing contest? Have you finished your work? They want to visit their grandparents. I need to find a new job as soon as possible. I can speak Spanish fluently, he told me. He has to study for his exam tomorrow. She is knitting a scarf for her grandmother. If the weather is too hot, we go to the pool. I wish I didn't have to go to work tomorrow. I am cold. They have finished their homework. I saw a beautiful sunset yesterday, he said. I'll call you when I get to the station. Email replied promptly. She dances salsa on the weekends. The red dress is more beautiful than the pink one. If they come early, we can go to the park. The newspaper was read by many. They were too late and felt tired the next day. He always forgets his keys. Winter is the coldest season of the year. He had read the book twice before lending it to me. You have to take care of yourself first. We watched a documentary on TV. They want to go shopping this afternoon. Too far to walk. We should take a taxi. The cake was beautifully decorated. We live in a big city. We are having lunch at noon. They've been traveling around Europe for a month. If you eat too much, you will feel sick. Can you help me with this project? They prepare dinner for the guests. If I see him, I'll say hello. He wants to visit Rome and I want to visit him. I have enough experience to apply for the job. The letter was delivered to the wrong address. I'll be ready until you come to pick me up. If you don't have breakfast, you'll be hungry later. If they had tickets, they would have gone to the concert. Giraffe has the longest neck among land animals. We have to clean the house. I have never had such delicious food before that restaurant. He will play the piano at the concert. He fixed the broken computer. We will be able to meet you at the airport. He was working on a puzzle. Book by J.K. Rowling. If he finished his work early, he would go home. It can be a noisy neighborhood. I missed the train because I fell asleep. They had just arrived at the hotel. We must hurry or we will miss the train. Working on a new project in the office. Can you pass me the salt, please? Asked. He painted the room blue. I was studying English last night. I have to call my parents and let them know I'm going to be late. You can have dessert if you eat all your vegetables. They were trying on different dresses in the store. It can be a noisy neighborhood. He has been playing the violin for years. I watched a movie last night. They used to go to that restaurant every Friday. He doesn't play the guitar, does he? Black coffee is stronger than white. He won't lend you his laptop, will he? The suitcase is too heavy for me to carry. They just moved to a new apartment. We will start the meeting as soon as everyone arrives. If you don't wear a coat, you'll catch a cold. I am so happy. The message was written on a piece of paper. He painted a landscape. They've known each other since college. If you go to bed late, you will be tired in the morning. The blue pencil is cheaper than the red one. What a fascinating place. This book is more interesting than that. I have too many items in my backpack. We trust the doctor's advice. You like chocolate, don't you? If I were a famous singer, I would give concerts around the world. They watch TV in the evenings. When it's your turn, take your shot. The baby has been crying for hours. The concert was watched by a large audience. This is the most interesting book I've ever read. I am very lucky. He will be happy if you buy him flowers. We picnic in the summer. Do they study English at school? He will be painting the living room this weekend. If they don't hurry, they'll miss the movie. If you need help, just ask me. They are going to the movies tonight. He is waiting for his friend in the cafe. Extraordinary. Have you ever been to Paris before your trip last year? The room lacks proper ventilation. Food tastes spicy. Have you been listening to music all day? They usually have dinner at a restaurant. Mary is going to the library, and so am I. The song was sung by a talented singer. I work from Monday to Friday. Concert tickets were purchased online. Sharks are the deadliest predators in the ocean. We're going to the beach next week, they said. The road was closed to traffic due to construction. I love chocolate. We have lived in this city for 5 years. He was preparing dinner when the phone rang. He studied Spanish for 3 years. He will be able to pass the exam by working hard. I like to read books, my brother also likes it. He was able to fix the broken computer. They said we've been waiting for an hour. I'm tired, he said. They prefer the coast to the mountains. He's going to cook for us tonight. His computer is very fast. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. He was happy to be promoted. It's too hot for jogging outside. I'll call you when I get to the station. Extraordinary. Mechanic is repairing the engine of the car. He always wears a suit to work. My father is older than your father. When it rains, I like to stay home and read a book. If he studied harder, he would pass the exam. The Louvre Museum is the most visited art museum in the world. He has a lot of homework to do. We had fun with the movie marathon. If it doesn't rain, we'll have a picnic. His voice is higher than hers. Can you help me? Asked. We are watching a movie tonight. They didn't go shopping, did they? The black cat is quieter than the white one. The boy riding the bike is my brother. The letter was delivered to the wrong address. He studied hard, so he passed the exam. We lived in London 2 years ago. I can play basketball well. They were singing karaoke at the party. The service of the restaurant where we ate last night was very good. I enjoy listening to music. This is the restaurant where we had our first date. She had cooked dinner before her guests arrived. We had already reserved a table before we arrived at the restaurant. The Louvre Museum is the most visited art museum in the world. He drives his car to work. He wants to visit London and I want to visit him too. They traveled a lot before they had children. He may not come to the party. He has to study for his exam tomorrow. He has never been to a concert. I understand your point of view. You should read more books to expand your knowledge. Remember the boy who helped us yesterday? Could you pass me the salt, please? I can attend a dance class. They just started their vacation. He often goes for a walk in the park. We love spending time together. They had a swimming pool in their backyard. Can you help me? Asked. Workers have been building the house for months. He has been working for this company for 10 years. We used to play board games on rainy days. We had a car, but we sold it. Have you tried the new restaurant in town? The music is too loud for me to concentrate. The train will arrive in 5 minutes. What a nice view. If I see a good book, I buy it. You like playing tennis, right? When the oven beeps, the food is ready. You can start driving when the traffic light turns green. The man speaking to the police is a witness. The children were swimming in the pool. He likes listening to music. Remember the boy who helped us yesterday? If it was warmer, we would have gone swimming. He has been playing the violin for years. We should call them later, right? Sarah isn't going to the party, and neither am I. When I have enough money, I will buy a new phone. He cut himself while preparing dinner. Have you ever been to a music concert? He took a shower and got ready for bed. Can you understand what I'm saying? It could be a dentist appointment. We'll have a barbecue in the backyard. When the train arrives, get on board. They are listening to the radio in the car. The bee is the busiest insect. He studied French for 2 years. They want to go shopping this afternoon. He could have won the competition. They are working together on this project. The car I saw yesterday was a blue sedan. When the music starts, start dancing. We are studying English grammar. We have to do laundry. I was writing letters to my grandparents. I read that book and my friends did too. What a talented painter. I've already watched the new movie. I'm proud. When I get my money, I will go shopping. I watched that TV show many times. I drink a cup of coffee when I wake up. Summer is hotter than spring. He painted a landscape. Do you like chocolate? Asked. We are planning to go on vacation next month. I have a friend whose father is a doctor. When the train arrives, get on board. The old building used to be a school. They do not like spicy food. I was living in London. He will finish his work ahead of time. We just arrived at the beach. I wish I could speak fluent English. When the music starts, start dancing. He was jogging in the park. You can't trust others, you have to do it yourself. He had lived in London for 3 years before moving to New York. I enjoy reading books. He was able to find a job in a short time. Can you order pizza for dinner? We are planting flowers in the garden. What a helpful guide. Can you turn the volume down, please? Too noisy. He brushes his teeth before going to bed. He had lived in London for 3 years before moving to New York. Do you like swimming? You should read more books to expand your knowledge. He studied French for 2 years. He will be angry if you forget your birthday. How satisfying. We listened to a podcast on the way. I love chocolate. He wants to visit London and I want to visit him too. He cooked dinner for us. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. The house they built is quite large. She said to him, "Please help me carry these bags." They are afraid of speaking in public. We have to finish our project by Friday. They were practicing their dance routine. Informative. She danced at the party. You live in London, right? We have to go now, right? If you don't finish your homework, you'll get a low grade. He brushes his teeth before going to bed. The blue sky is clearer than the gray one. I'll be ready until you come to pick me up. She likes to dance in her spare time. We trust our friends. He likes to read magazines. He studied French for 2 years. The baby was crawling on the floor. If the weather was sunny, we would go to the beach. The document was printed this morning. They prepare dinner for the guests. I have a lot of free time and I don't know what to do. He's not planning a trip, is he? They may decide to cancel the event. If the weather is nice, we will go for a walk. He can play the guitar very well. This is the restaurant where we had our first date. He could be the next president. We had visited that city many times before we decided to move there. He rewarded himself with a day off. The restaurant we always go to has great pizza. He may not have enough money to buy it. He always arrives on time. He apologized for being late to the meeting. I wish I could fly like a bird. How breathtaking. The house they bought is near the beach. I need to find a new job as soon as possible. I will clean my room tomorrow. The blue jay is the most colorful bird in North America. By the time I got to the station, the train had already left. He was able to fix the broken computer. I'll lend you my book on condition that you return it. He easily forgets everything. We had fun on vacation. The big dog is scarier than the small one. He fixed the broken computer. What a great party. Mathematics is more difficult than English. He wants to visit London and I want to visit him too. He is watching a football match on TV. He has been fixing the car since morning. She is writing a story for her blog. We had traveled to that country before so we knew what to expect. We found ourselves lost in the city. We often go to the park. Can you lend me your car for a day? Does not have enough information to solve the problem. I've never experienced such a situation before. I can finish the book by tomorrow. It consists of 2 components. The ostrich is the fastest bird on land. We usually go on vacation in the winter. The cat groomed himself. I will call you when I come. I drink a cup of coffee when I wake up. The Louvre Museum is the most visited art museum in the world. We have to wake up early tomorrow. If I win the lottery, I'll buy a new car. Can you lend me some money? I don't have enough food for lunch. The message was ignored by the recipient. We can go swimming later. Can draw beautiful pictures. The email has been forwarded to all employees. She bought herself a new dress for the party. It can be a long journey. Black coffee is stronger than white. Do you like to travel? He'll be upset if you don't attend his birthday party. The Himalayas are the highest mountain ranges on Earth. He is watching a movie in the cinema. He bought new shoes. We cleaned the house yesterday. Unless it's urgent, I'll come to the meeting. We may have to postpone the trip. If I had a time machine, I would visit dinosaurs. He would quit his job if he won the lottery. She used to work as a waitress but is now a chef. You should apologize for your behavior. If you eat too much, you will feel sick. We were waiting for the bus in the rain. The man whose car was stolen reported the situation to the police. We see our friends on the way to the party. He plays football in the park. The house they bought is near the beach. If he's late, we'll start without him. This book is more interesting than that. I will be able to finish my work on time. He had read the book twice before recommending it to me. The car I want to buy is a red sports car. Mary taught herself to play the guitar. If you need help, just ask me. We have a great time playing board games. If I don't catch the next bus, I'll be late. The yellow butterfly is more beautiful than the white one. If you study regularly, you will improve your English. This movie is better than the previous one. He wants to go to photography course. If I were a scientist, I would invent a cure for all diseases. If it snows tomorrow, we can go skiing. He rewarded himself with a day off. I wish I had bought that book when I had the chance. We often go to the park. I enjoy listening to music. We can go for a walk in the city. They will go hiking in the mountains. He has already eaten his lunch. They played video games all night. Relaxing. I may visit my grandmother this weekend. He cannot pass the exam unless he studies. They just moved to a new apartment. We have sufficient resources to complete the project. The blue sky is clearer than the gray one. They like to swim in the pool. How great! I'll meet you at the library. She will visit her grandparents when she goes on vacation. The Eiffel Tower is the most famous landmark of Paris. I need a break and rest for a while. He can shoot 3 balls at the same time. The cat was chasing the mouse. When he saves enough money, he will buy a new car. I go swimming twice a week. Could you please help me move this heavy desk? He often forgets his keys. Do you know the girl who won the singing contest? The house they bought is near the beach. The supermarket opens at 8 a.m. Do you have any siblings? We are watching a movie in the cinema.